If you're a new wholesaler making offers on MLS listings, you're playing the game on hard mode. Quick question before we get into this. If you've already tried making offers on MLS deals, drop a comment below and tell me how many offers you've sent so far. I'm curious to see what people are experiencing. And if you've been sending offer after offer and nothing is getting accepted, it's not because wholesaling doesn't work. It's because you're starting in the hardest place possible. And in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and break down why wholesaling listed properties is so difficult, the two biggest challenges investors run into, and why the biggest deals almost always happen off market. So let's talk about why MLS deals are hard. If you're making offers on listed properties, you're putting a professional salesperson between you and the decision maker. And that changes everything. Higher earnest money deposits, shorter inspection periods, agents protecting the seller's price, limited access for your buyers, and your assignment fee usually much smaller. Sometimes 3 to even 4 times smaller than direct-to-seller deals. When a property hits the MLS, everyone sees it. Cash buyers, investors, flippers, agents. And many of those buyers are actually the same buyers you would sell the deal to, which means you're now competing with your own buyers to get the deal. And this is actually why I teach something called FYBF, find your buyer first. Because when you already know what your buyers want, wholesaling becomes a lot easier. Instead of guessing what might be a good deal, you're going out and finding exactly what your buyers are already looking for. So now you're not competing with buyers anymore, you're working with them. And that's another reason off-market deals are so powerful. Because when you find a motivated seller before the property hits the MLS, now you control the opportunity. There are really two types of distressed sellers that list their property with an agent. First, you have high urgency sellers. These sellers need the property sold quickly. So the agent prices it aggressively, and when that happens, the entire market jumps on it. Buyers, investors, everyone, which makes it extremely difficult for you to get the property at a wholesale price. The second type of seller is low urgency sellers. They still want to sell, but they're not in a rush. So the agent lists the property too high. Now buyers ignore it, investors skip it, and the property just sits on the market 90 days, 120 days, sometimes even longer. Now the listing becomes what investors call a stale listing, and sometimes that's where opportunities appear. Even if you manage to get a listed property under contract, you now run into a second challenge: selling it to your buyers, because a lot of investors simply won't touch listed properties. They'll Google the address, they'll see it's on the MLS, and immediately say, no thanks. Even if it's actually a good deal, because off-market deals feel exclusive. Buyers love the idea that they're seeing something else before everyone else does. And when a deal is already listed, half your buyers might not even look at it. And this is why I tell new wholesalers something that might sound controversial. If you're starting by sending hundreds of MLS offers, you're playing the game on hard mode. Because now you're negotiating through an agent instead of talking directly to the homeowner. Now let's compare that to talking directly to the seller. Lower earnest money, more flexible timelines, better conversations, much larger spreads, because you're negotiating with the actual decision maker, not their professional salesperson that's a representative. When a property hasn't been listed yet, you're not competing with the entire market. You're talking directly to the seller. You can structure solutions, negotiate better terms, and create much bigger spreads, because motivated sellers care about solving their problem, not just price. So instead of just blasting 1,000 MLS offers hoping something sticks, focus on strategies that connect you directly with motivated sellers. Cold calling, direct marketing, or even building relationships with agents before deals hit the market. Because once a property hits the MLS, you're competing with the entire market. But before that, you have real opportunity. Wholesaling listed properties isn't impossible, but it's much harder. And if you're just starting out, there are much easier ways to find deals. Blasting MLS offers is a hope-based strategy. Talking directly to motivated sellers is a deal-based strategy. And the wholesalers who succeed long-term focus on off-market opportunities. If this video helped you, do me a quick favor. Help this video reach more new wholesalers by liking it and sharing it with someone who might be playing the game on hard mode right now. And I'm genuinely curious. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you tried wholesaling MLS deals yet, or are you focusing on off-market opportunities? Let me know below, and I'll see you in the chat.